All right, so this is week 10 Thursday, semester 2, quarter 3, solving inequalities. So this part right here, I'm gonna have you do on your own, mainly because it's like subjective, okay? So I'm gonna start over on this side with you. Does that make sense? So start with number 13. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over one of the questions and then I'm gonna have you do the other question, okay? But I'll just still video record it. I'm gonna do number 14 because that looks a little bit more difficult. So first thing when you look at this, do you see on the left side there's like 4 terms? So immediately you know you're probably gonna have to combine something, right? So 13 minus 8 is 5. 5 plus that is 11 plus 2v is greater than negative 7 minus v. Now that you have 2 and 2 on each side, remember you always move the smaller v, right? Or smaller letter, which it will be this one. That part cancels, bring down the negative 7, 3v, 11. Then you're going to get rid of that 11. Opposite of 11 is minus 11. So then that part cancels. 3v greater than negative 18. Divided by 3, notice how you're not divided by a negative, so that does not change, okay? 3 cancels, v is greater than negative 6. You see that? If I were to go ahead and graph this, what this tells me is that, is it open or closed circle?
Open.
Right or left?
Left.
Nope, it's eating the letter. So right. So this is negative 6, open circle to the right. Okay. All right, now what I want you to do is you try number 13. Try number 13.
You're doing number 13. Can I use
Yeah, maybe.
You're not even on the right one.
Number 13.
No, you're not even on the right one.
Yeah, I am. This is in the back of it.
It's not. It's number 7. A, B, C, D, F.
Oh, wait a second. Maybe I'm not. Shoot, this is maybe from yesterday's. Hold on. Oh, you're right. It is. It is from yesterday's. Hold on. I was like, why are we doing this again? This is garbage. All right, here we go. Let's go back. Let's go back. Go back. Whoops. I see that, babe. Oh, that's beautiful. Does your Pikachu have a little bow? Oh, it's a kitty with a little girl. She's not being aggressive. She's just defending herself. All right, so you do 7. A, I'm going to do B because B is a little bit more difficult. First thing you want to do is you're going to distribute. So 2x minus 10 less than or equal to 8. Next step. No, I said we're going to do that later. So next step, what do you do? That part cancels. 2x is equal to 18 divided by 2. What is x? Right or left? Left, eating the number. Open or close? Yeah, so if I were to graph this, it looks like close to the left. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, you can do A, okay? But I'm just gonna write down the answer for you. Make sure you do the work on your own. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at C. Do you see how there's 2 and 2 on each side? So you have a numbered letter on left side, a letter number on the right side. So first thing you want to do is you want to subtract the smaller x. Which one's the smaller x? Or get rid of the smaller x, I should say. Next step, got to get rid of the 6. What's opposite of a negative 6 or positive 6?
Negative 6.
3x divided by 3 on both sides. You do not change the sign because it's a positive. Open or close circle?
Open.
Right or left? Okay, for D, Do you see how this is a fraction? Whenever we want to get rid of a fraction, what do? You multiply by the? What's the reciprocal of 2 over 1? Or 2 over 1, right? So then immediately what happens is that this part cancels, x is by itself, you put a 1 underneath the 5, and what's your answer? Open or close circle? Right or left? All right, C. Okay, this one's a fraction. Do you see that? So this one we're gonna do is gonna multiply like this. Okay? And what that means is you're gonna get 8 times x minus 2, like that. Do you see that? And then you're gonna multiply across like that. Which is greater or equal to 5 times 10 minus x. Distribute it, what do you get? Now you have the numbers on the right and left side, right? You have the letter, number on the left, number, letter, right? Can't combine anything. What do you move? Which x do you move?
Negative 5x.
Okay, to do the opposite. Bring that down. Okay, next up, what do you do?
I 16 by 50.
Okay.
Which is 65.
Okay.
66.
And then you divide it. So then what does x equal to? I think it's 12. Nope, just kidding. This is a really bad question because it doesn't even give you a whole number. Let me make sure I did everything correct. 16, 50 minus 5x. Oh, that's correct. Yeah, it just doesn't give you a whole number. 66 over 13. That's your answer. Okay. Or you can say x is greater or equal to 5.07. Or 8, just kidding. Right or left? Or open or close? Open, right or left? Right, okay. F, all right, distribute everything. This is what you get. You gotta be careful with this. When you take this thing and you multiply here, you might want to do this on the side where you go, okay, 1/5 times 4 over 1, right, is 4 over 5. So that's 4 over 5x. Do you see that? Take that, multiply this one, do this on the side. 1 over 5 times 12 over 1 is 12 over 5, right? Minus 2x. Then on the left side, you see there's 2 terms, x and a number, so you can't combine anything. But on the right side, you can combine. Which one are you going to combine? Right? Do this on the side. On the side, when you're working on this, you're going to have 4 over 5. You don't need to put the x. We know it's x. Minus 2 over 1. Lowest common denominator is going to be 5, which means you times that by 5. 2 times 5 is 10. When you subtract it, you get a negative 6 over 5, right? So here you have negative 6 over 5x. That's what you combine the two together, right? Minus 12 over 5. Don't forget what you're doing on this side, 3x minus 15. Next step, you want to move the smaller x. Which one's the smaller x? Do you see how you have a bunch of fractions? So when you have a bunch of fractions, you want to do this on the side over here. So 3 over 1 plus 6 over 5. Lowest common denominator is 5. So then we're going to go ahead and make that a 5 and make that a 15, which is 21 over 5, right? 21 over 5x minus 15 is less than negative 12 over 5. Now, you got x on one side. I got to get rid of that 15. This is a hard question because there's a bunch of fractions here. Negative 12 over 5. We're going to do this on the side. Plus 15 over 1. Again, lowest common denominator is 5. Make that a 5. 15 times 5 is 75, right? 75 minus 12 is a 63 over 5. So then this part right here is 63 over 5. That part cancels. 21 over 5x. Now, once again, you have a reciprocal, correct? What's the reciprocal of 21 over 5? What is that?
It would be 5.
Yeah, 5 over 21 left side, 5 over 21 right side, and then this part will just cancel because the top and bottom cancels, right? And there's exactly the same number. Your x is now by itself. And again, you want to do the work on the side. So 63 over 5 times 5 over 21. Do you see how the 5 is the same top and bottom? So that cancels 63 over 21. So x is less than 63 over 21, which is going to be a decimal. And that is going, no, it's not a decimal, which is going to be x is less than 3. Right or open or close?
Open.
Right or left? Good, because it's eating the number, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now let's take a look. Consider the equality negative 4 equals negative 4. Is the equality true or false? That would be true. Negative 4 does equal negative 4, right?
Yeah.
Multiply both sides by negative 1. If I multiply both sides by negative 1, what am I going to get? What's negative 1 times negative 4? Positive 4 equals positive 4. Now is the equality true or false? Still true, right? Okay. Consider this equality. Negative 8 is less than 6, meaning that 6 is bigger than negative 8. Is that true or false? It is true. 6 is bigger, right? Because it's saying negative 8 is smaller than 6. This is eating the bigger number. If this is eating the bigger number, then it's true, right? If it's eating the smaller number, then it's not true because it wants to eat the bigger number, so true. Multiply both sides by negative 1. If I multiply both sides by negative 1, what would be my answer then? Negative 8 times negative 1 is positive 8. What's 6 times negative 1?
-6.
Yeah, is this true? Is it still eating the bigger number? Really? Is that true or false? False. Okay. Last question. What does this tell you about multiplying inequalities by negative numbers? What does that tell you? When you multiply a negative number by a negative number, what does it give you? Yeah, so it changes the inequality, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you need to write. So you could say something like, when you multiply a negative number by a negative number, it changes to a positive number, right? So in which case you will need to switch the inequality sign, right? Yeah, because here, if you would have switched it where it's eating the letter or the number 8, then it would be true, right? Okay, so you should say something like that. All right, let's go to the front of this. Let's see. What does it mean to solve an equation? You can write your own answer for that. Okay, number 2. Do you see number 2? What does it say? Oops. What does number 2 say? Solve. How many solutions does it have, right? How many answers do you think you're gonna have with this? One. So one solution, right? Okay. With inequalities, whenever you do like this and this, or this and this, there is many solutions, okay? If it's an equal sign, it's generally one solution. Do you see the difference there? Okay. Find at least 5 x values that make this inequality true. So it's saying 2x minus 5 is greater than or equal to 3, right? So what can x equal to make that true? I need 5 of them. Can you come up with one right now? What will be the easiest one to use? Pick a number, Grayson. Any number. Okay, let's try it. 2 times 2 is? 4 minus 5. Is that going to be bigger than 3? No, so pick a bigger number. Pick a bigger number. What's a bigger number that will work? 2 times 3 is? 6 minus 5 is it bigger than 3? Okay, pick a bigger number. So if this is difficult, like over here, do you see how this one was equal? Didn't we do 4 right here? If you pick 4, it will give you 3, right? It will equal to 3, right? So if I want my answer on the left side to be bigger than 3, then x has to be bigger than 4. Do you see that? So how about 5? What's 2 times 5? Okay, 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10. Minus 5, what's 10 minus 5? Is that going to be bigger than 3? That's true, right? Okay, pick another number.
6.
Okay, pick another number. And you can pick any number bigger than 3 or bigger than 4, and it's always going to be true. Do you see how this one has many solutions? This is many solutions. Okay, how many solutions are there? Many. As long as x is bigger than 4, right? What is the smallest solution for x? What could be the smallest answer for x and still have it be bigger than 3? No, what if we use 4.00001? Can we do that? If you do that, then 2 times 4.00001, it could be even more zero than that. Minus 5. You could do 4.1, that's fine. What is the significance of the smallest solution for x? I don't know, make up something. I don't care. Okay, on the number line, plot a number for each solution for x. Well, x was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Eventually, remember, it is going to be, when you solve for this, it's going to be x is greater than 4. So it's an open circle at 4, shaded to the right side. Do you see that? Okay. I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to have you work on the rest on your own, okay? Okay, you can go do that.